Hi folks, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to do another one of our short reviews on fun games to play with friends and family who may not be into our hobby or more complex games, or even if they are, the game is still fun. And today we're going to talk about The Great Dalmuti by Richard Garfield. Now this game plays from 4 to 8 players. Now it's very important that you have to have a minimal of 4 players, but it's best at 8. Well, I liked it a lot at 6 too. But the game itself is completely unfair. So when you're playing the Great Dalmuti, you have to take it with a grain of salt. You're going to be playing it because you're going to have great stories and experiences from playing it. Now, why the game is unfair is you're going to have the Great Dalmuti, the Lesser Dalmuti, merchants if you have enough players, you have over 4. Then you're going to have the Lesser Peon and the Peon. And what's going to happen in the game is you're going to deal out the entire deck to however number of players you have. And in the deck, there is cards that go from 1 to 13. Now you'll have 1 1 and 13 13s and 12 12s and 10 10s and so on. And what you're going to do is on your turn, you're going to have your hand of cards. And if you're the Great Dalmuti, you'll start the game. And you're going to put down a card. So let's say I'm going to put down the 11. The 11. So if I put this card down, the next person to my left can play that card or lower. And what will happen is everyone will go play their cards until everyone passes. And once everyone passes, the last person that played a card will then go first. So that person will also take that trick and just put it over there. That doesn't matter as much as who goes first next. So what will happen is we'll keep on going until someone runs out of their cards. And once that person runs out of their cards, that person now becomes, or is currently, the Great Dalmuti. Then the second person will become the Lesser Dalmuti, and then the third person will become a merchant, and so on until the second to last person would be the Lesser Peon, and the last person will be the Peon. So this all sounds fine. There's a little bit of advantage. There is a big advantage to going first. You can try to keep control of the board and make sure that you are winning these sets when you want to, and make sure you can go out first. Now, one thing I did forget to mention is if I have this, let's say this 11 out, then you could I can place as many 11s as I want. So I can take all the 11s out of my hand and put them down. And then the person to my left can also place all their 11s, or they can go a lower number and place all their 10s. So that's how you go out faster. So you can see how the people upstream have an advantage, but that's not the only advantage of it. It goes a step further and makes it more unfair. So let's say I'm the Greater Dalmuti. The Peon would have to give me their 2 best cards. So they're going to give me their 2 best cards, which could be a 1, a 2, a 3. I'll take a look at them, and then I'll give them 2 cards of whatever I want. So that's the taxation. And the Lesser Dalmuti will receive 1 of the best card, or the best card from the Lesser Peon, and then give whatever card they want. And the merchants just don't trade cards. So there's an advantage of being able to keep your hand. So that gives the Greater Dalmuti and the Lesser Dalmuti more power in making sure that they can stay where they're at. And the cool thing about this game and what makes it so much fun is that when people change roles, you actually have to move seats. The Greater Dalmuti will sit in one place. The Lesser Dalmuti will sit in another. And if you get that role, you have to move to those seats. So there's a lot of movement. So you get your calisthenics in. It's just a lot of fun. And it's really, that's it. There's no real things or points I think there's variation rules on it, but basically that's it. And the fun thing of the game is being that peon and trying to make it all the way up to the Greater Dalmuti, or just take out the Greater Dalmuti and make him move down or her down. And that is what makes the game fun. It's really fun at parties. It's really great game. I have tons of laughs playing this game, and I've played it a ton. Now, there is one cool thing that I did forget to mention that can happen, that really every time it happens, it just is amazing. because a lot of times when it happens, the Greater Dalmuti and the Lesser Dalmuti get knocked out of their seats. And that is if you have two jesters. If you have two jesters, you can call no taxation before the peon and the lesser peon trade their cards with the Greater and Lesser Dalmuti. You don't have to do this, so if you're the Great Dalmuti and you have two jesters, you don't have to do it. So it gives a nice twist to the game in there, and it gives a little bit of like revolt sort of feel to the game. And with those jesters outside of that, you have to play your jesters with other cards. If you don't play the jester with your 11s or whatever, when you throw them down, it can be any number, they count as 13. And we had a really fun game where one of the players actually held on to the 13 because they're in the Greater Dalmuti seat, and they were doing so well that they actually went out with the jester because they won the trick with the 1, which you can't beat it. And then their last 2 cards were jesters and put them out, and they're out, so they keep their place, and it was really cool. So I do highly recommend the Great Dalmuti. It is not a serious game. It's just a fun game. It's really great to play. It's super easy to teach. It gets the conversations going. It gets everyone excited. I highly recommend the Great Dalmuti. Thank you for watching.